sometimes lovely also too. So we leave it at that. Mustafa.
She's here. She's right next to you. Huh?
Yeah, no. That's why I'm actually saying it. I don't want to hold me later.
Lanis must be happy at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? But it's a beautiful thing. So if you do find them on their social media platforms, you can find them on Instagram, on Facebook, and TikTok. You can look at their menu, look at the pictures. Wow, amazing stuff. I'm just going through their business page on WhatsApp, so they can add you if you want to be part of it to see the amazing deals. You can request. It's the Savant business page. You can add them on. What's the number there? 081-479-6289. You add them and they will send you all the amazing and beautiful specials. Currently, they have a Ramadan special, but we'll get to that. But you'll specialize in a vast and a huge variety of meals on your menu. So tell us, like, you know, the Durban audience, we love variety and we love good food. So
I just have to say the Muslim people love their prawns and their steak.
Absolutely.
And we do have some amazing prawns. I'm sure you've seen our tycoon prawns.
I have seen.
Huge. It is very, very tasty.
It is.
It comes in peri-peri masala and lemon butter.
Absolutely.
It's something to try. The size of the prawn, I can guarantee you nobody else has.
It's the first I did. I've seen the video. I've seen a reel that's been posting around on social media with these tycoon. I'm looking like, where's this international place over here? And they know it's in Durban, in Florida Road, in Florida 237. So you must visit there when you can. But you have an amazing sort of iftar or Ramadan specials. Can you share that with us?
Correct. We have our iftar boxes. So we have an iftar box for 2 people, you know, for the working couples. That
Yes.
have the time to make iftar in time.
Yeah, because they're both working. Yeah,
Correct.
yeah.
So we have 4 samosas. It comes with 12 wings, either buffalo barbecue or a peri
Flavor.
correct. 2 chicken sliders, 4 spring rolls, and 2 milkshakes.
There we go.
And then we have our family iftar. The family iftar is our iftar box and a full chicken tikka, which comes with chips, 4 butter naan, and a 1 liter milkshake.
You got naan in there. How much is the naan each? Naan onto naan. All right, so we were just playing with that yesterday as well. But so that's the iftar box, which contains 4 samosas, 12 wings, all the different lovely flavors, and you must check it out. Amazing wings. 2 chicken sliders, 4 spring rolls, 2 milkshakes for just 1 naan to naan for that box. Your family iftar box comes with the full chicken tikka and the iftar box included, and you get a big chops, 4 butter naan, and a 1 liter milkshake, alhamdulillah. And then you have the tikka special, which is?
A full chicken tikka, chips, 4 butter naan, and 1 liter of...
Chicken dal.
No, it's actually chicken halim.
Oh, sorry.
Chicken halim.
There was an error there. It's chicken halim. So for the month of Ramadan, we have chicken halim.
It doesn't taste like dal, though.
No.
I had halim over the weekend, and it tastes like dal.
Okay, no. It
wasn't. No, not yours. Somebody has sent for us.
We get our halim from Verulam, from Uncle Boxer. It's Uncle Boxer's halim.
So it's the Boxer halim.
So, yes.
Wow.
And it's a very famous halim.
It's
a very tasty halim. So, if you do get a chance, please do come through. It's 65 rand a liter.
Yeah.
And for 2 liters, it's 120 rand.
There we go. So you must try this out. This is the Boxer Halim, imported all the way from Verulam. And you must know when it's coming from. All the hidden gems are in Verulam, I must say. I must say, for the gents out there, you're looking for the flowers, that's the place to go. You know? Halal ways. First, meet the parents first, and then, yeah. All right, so, and then samosas you must bring from Savant. Samosa box you'll have, isn't it?
Yes.
For the samosa run.
Yes.
There we go.
Definitely.
So they have all these amazing
specials. If you're
specials.
going for the samosa run, I'll give you a discount myself.
There you go. So you heard it from the horse's mouth here, live. They also have an amazing, unique smorgasbord, which includes 12 wings, 4 chicken societies, a full chicken, sausages, chips, mash, and a roll. If you, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to see what these chows look like, you can message us on our WhatsApp number. We'll send you these pictures, and you can just salivate and look at it. And if you're looking to break your fast this weekend, or even this week at somewhere special, this is the place to be. 237 Florida Road. They also got specials on their bunnies. So what specials do you have on your bunnies? Your bunny chows?
Sorry, on a special we have on the bunny specials, we have lamb bunny. We got 2 for 160. Then we have the chicken bunnies, which are 2 for 150. What must
Oh, wow. Mhm.
Right. But believe me, trust me, come try the bunnies. Everybody say they're looking for the best bunny chow place. Try our bunnies, and you can give me an answer for yourself. They are excellent, bro.
Because
It's lovely.
yeah,
Yeah, it's lame. Yeah.
'cause the last time I was there, I saw John come in there for a nice bunny chow.
Well,
He's like, one of the best bunnies I tried in Durban. He was like, yeah, all right. He says it's the right kind of
Yeah,
spice.
we do have.
Because he did say to me, because once you have curry, you always come back in a hurry. I said,
Yeah.
yeah, that's right. All right. So we also got your delicious crab curry on the menu. They got the tycoon prawns on special, as mentioned. They got the halim. Now the chicken tikka, if you look at the picture, which I have here, succulents. Succulents. Look at this thing. They've got these thick chips. They've got your food, and there's a big size chicken too, man. Vedelam too. Chicken.
No.
Because they got special stuff there.
That's from
that's
Lidgerton.
that's over the border.
That's
Over
from
the
Lidgerton.
Bridget.
Lidgerton.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they
The
went to.
farm is in Lidgerton.
Oh, I thought the farm went to private school. I mean, the chicken went to private school there for a second. And you must see these butter naans. My goodness, hey, look at that. Garnished to perfection. And also, and the chips are crispy. We have tried them out. Absolutely stunning. Amazing stuff. All right. So we want to send you all of these things. And towards the end of the segment, the next 5 minutes, Sister Fatima and Mr. Khan has sort of going to surprise you with something. So we'll talk about that. So you have to listen very carefully what we're going to speak about next. But Mr. Khan, running a restaurant is no easy task. You've got a wonderful team. You know, what's the secret to running a successful restaurant, especially in today's day and age? A halal
Like
restaurant.
you just said it yourself personally. You got a good team, you got good owners, and you got a good vibe. You get where you want to get. That's number one, you know. And we always believe in customer service, which is our first priority, number one.
That's it.
And two, it's a family restaurant where you're welcome with your families. We got a play area for kids. We got parking access in the back, and plus I have a security guard that comes in the evening. So your cars are well protected. The family is well protected. You know, we as managers, we also greet you guys when you come in. We even go to the extent to go to the back to guide you guys into our parking lot.
Yes.
And everything else that we do for our customers. Because at the end of the day, we believe one thing, that, you know what, the good service goes a long way, guys.
There we go. It's all about the service. Customer satisfaction is the most important thing. They've got everything from extra parking. They even got a musalla upstairs.
Correct.
Yes.
We do have salah facilities.
Salah facilities are there. High tea venue.
High tea
Talk about the
events.
venue, because they can hire the venue, yes?
Yes, you can. So we're going into events. Alhamdulillah, we have done a few events and birthday parties at the Savant. And I would like to say that every customer had very good things to say
Alhamdulillah.
about our team
Yeah.
and about our service, our food. So if you're having an event, whether it's at the Savant or whether you want us to cater
You can do that, yeah.
your
Home or venue, anywhere, yeah.
whatever it is,
Alhamdulillah.
we will be able to assist with that.
Fantastic stuff. And the venue is very, very beautiful. You can see pictures online. You can join them on their social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok.
TikTok.
Okay, they're on the
We're on
TikToks.
TikTok.
They're on the TikToks as well.
So we've learned that's the way to go.
There we go.
Apparently, in this day and age, you
Right.
go on the TikToks.
So we want to give them something, the listeners,
Yes.
because everyone's hungry now. They've heard what you're serving. They've heard what you got, Mr. Khan. Great satisfaction with the service as well. So what are we giving the listeners today?
we are giving the listener.
Lucky listener,
A
sorry.
listener.
Yes.
Them and their family.
Yes.
A family iftar box.
Ooh, a family iftar box is
Yeah.
coming your way. All right. So all they got to do is answer 3 questions. And the first person to answer all 3 questions, right, we'll look at the list like yesterday and we'll choose that person. We'll give you a call. We'll confirm the answers with you online. And then we just want to say hi and see how your Ramadan is going. And then, yeah, you'll be a winner. So do you have 3 questions? Don't give me hard questions now, please. Huh? I think the first one should be, what's the address of the Savant?
Correct.
All right. Name one of the items in the iftar box. And what makes a restaurant successful that Mr. Khan has mentioned as well. So those are the 3 questions here this afternoon. Send it through to 0609041056. And the first person to answer that right wins a wonderful voucher courtesy. Hey! Check this person, so sharp. Before I could even ask the third question, she gave the answer. She's in my mind, this one. She's in my mind. She's in Mama. Let's see who this one is. Right, let's give her a call. Can I press? You're going to call her? All right. So while we wait for that sister to join us, yeah, beautiful stuff. So what's happening post Ramadan? What exciting stuff you have? Because you'll have this mocktails that is served like pieces of art, you know,
to die for.
To die, yes, to die for.
die.
And you have it's very fancy names, very fancy colors. You got like dry ice and all that stuff.
Yes, we give you the full experience.
And they got a wall for the gram, so you know you looked after.
We do. So we in the process of actually just making the place look a little bit more
fancified. Is that the word?
like
Fancified.
more earthy, if you want
Bougie.
to call it that. Bougie.
Oh, but yes, bougie,
Yes,
bougie,
yes.
bougie. Right.
So after Ramadan, we have that to look forward to. Our meals are amazing.
Alhamdulillah.
But you can still get it in Ramadan. Why wait?
Yes. So I think if this weekend you don't want to cook and you want to take advantage of the amazing specials, stop on by the Savant. They've got a wide variety on their menu. They've got delicious stuff there. You're getting value for money. Absolutely. You're getting customer satisfaction. And if you want to break your fast there, you can read your Maghrib upstairs.
Yes.
Alhamdulillah.
Yes, you can.
And still enjoy. You can have your halim and samosas and you can have a thick meal with the family.
So we do in Ramadan, we give halim, kajur,
Alhamdulillah. Oh,
bajaj.
hey, excuse me. Hey,
Water.
very fancy. Hey, very generous you are, hey? But let's go to the lines right now. Let's be even more generous. Sister Taslim, Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Sister Taslim, where are you calling from, dear?
From Morningside, Durban.
You're from Morning. Oh, so you're around the corner from Sister Fatima and Mr.
Gee.
Khan. Yes.
Gee.
Have you eaten at the Savant as yet?
Yes, for my birthday, my husband treated me out to the Savant.
Hey, yo. Hey, lovely stuff.
The food was amazing.
Fantastic stuff. Food is amazing. So you're coming back for more. How's that for full circle, hey? You love the food so much, we're giving you a call.
Alhamdulillah. And we made use of the Salah facility. They were very friendly staff and the management always checked up on us.
Alhamdulillah.
Assalamu alaikum, Sister Taslim. How are you?
Walaikum salam. Alhamdulillah. You?
Alhamdulillah. Jazakallah so much for coming and supporting us and for your kind words. It really motivates us to do better.
Alhamdulillah.
Ameen. Keep up the good
Jazakallah
work.
so much.
It's a really different vibe. Alhamdulillah.
Subhanallah.
We enjoyed it.
Alhamdulillah. She sounds like a happy customer. There you go. Proofs in the pudding. You got a customer telling us live on air her experience. Alhamdulillah. So we've asked 3 questions, Sister Taslim. Where would you find the Savant?
In Florida Road,
Number 2, name one thing on the menu.
samosas.
And number 3, what makes a good restaurant?
Definitely good management. And
There we go.
atmosphere.
Simple. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Sister Taslim, congratulations. You've won yourself the iftar box courtesy of the Savant.
Jazakallah. I'm looking forward to
Alhamdulillah.
that opportunity.
Sister Taslim, when you get a chance, please send us your full name, your ID number, and your contact number. I'll forward it to Sister Fatima, and then she'll give you details as to when to pick up your iftar box, inshallah.
I'll do that. Jazakallah so much.
Jazakallah khair. Have a good one, and we'll chat to you soon. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. There we go. That's a wrap up for this segment. Thank you so much for joining us, Sister Fatima and Mr. Khan. Wishing you guys all the best for the month of Ramadan. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you abundantly. May the listeners say, hey, I want to try out the Savant this weekend.
Oh, definitely.
And meet the team. You heard it from Sister Taslim herself?
Thank you so much to our patrons,
Yes.
staff, for being there with us through this
Period.
past couple
Yes.
of months.
Yes,
And,
alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah, everything is looking good and everything's looking on the up. So, Jazakallah to everybody that's been a part of the Savant team.
Teamwork makes the dream work. There we go. Only at the Savant. You can catch them on 237 Florida Road, and you can take advantage of their iftar specials. They also give complimentary halim and bajjas and dates. Alhamdulillah. They got salah facilities as well. So you are kept in the loop. Alhamdulillah. Have a good one, guys. We're going to go for a quick break. When we do return, we'll be chatting to Sister Adila Zahir with some nice, interesting life coaching topics here today. Stay tuned for that.
Looking to book your next holiday? Make your way to One Stop Travel and Tours. At One Stop Travel, we offer a wide range of holidays at the most competitive prices. Group tours, tailor-made holidays, cruises, transfers, accommodation, travel insurance, and car hire. Visit our website on www.onestoptours.co.za for our current Turkey specials, Mauritius school holiday deals, and Umrah packages. Choose from a multitude of pre-made packages. Visit one of our branches in Overport, Gateway, Musgrave Centre, Fordsburg, Westwood Mall, Pavilion Shopping Centre, Chatsworth, Phoenix, and Cape Town. Contact us today on 0860 109 500. One Stop Travel and Tours. Your one-stop travel shop.
Relax, relieve, repair. Say goodbye to tired joints and muscles with Arnica Blue Magnesium Spray. Now available in 3 options: soothing heat spray, refreshing cooling gel, and rejuvenating massage oil, all enriched with Arnica and added magnesium for powerful relief. Find your comfort today at your local pharmacy or shop online at www.czmarketing.co.za. Arnica Blue, your partner in recovery.
Looking for the perfect Eid gift? Visit us at In My Home, OMS Africa and Lady Lena store. Experience some amazing specials from 10th March to 30th March. Join us at 202 Brickfield Road or 156 Brickfield Road, Overport, for exclusive deals and unbeatable promotions. Discover the latest in homeware, cookware trends, and Turkish fashion. Take advantage to support family and friends this Eid. Mark your calendars and come along or find us from the 20th to 23rd of March at the Eid Milan, Saxony, Westwood. More. We look forward to seeing you there.
Durban Halal Meats, your premier source for top quality halal certified meats in South Africa. With over a decade of experience, we deliver succulent lamb, tender beef, juicy chicken, and flavorful mutton to restaurants, caterers, the hospitality industry, and to your table. We're also the first halal butcher for you to shop online. Enjoy competitive pricing and personalized solutions crafted just for you. Find us on durbanhalalmeats.co.za or visit our store at 84 Felix Dlamini Road. Durban Halal Meats, where quality meets trust.
Getting you through your day. Radio Al Ansar.
This feature is brought to you by The Coach South Africa. Find me on Instagram at The Coach SA.
Assalamu alaikum, welcome back. It is a social network right here on Radio Al Ansar. Up next, we're chatting to a life coach, Sister Adila Vahid, in studio with us today. And today's topic is the emotional price of financial control. What does this mean? Well, money is a common cause of conflict in marriages, but it's really just about the rands and the cents. The truth is that behind every financial decision or disagreement are emotions, power dynamics, and deeply ingrained beliefs. Now, when financial control or selfishness enters a relationship, it doesn't just strain one's bank account. It impacts mental as well as emotional wellness. Now, Sister Adila Vahid, a mental and emotional wellness coach specializing in relationships, is back to unpack the hidden layers of financial behavior in marriage. So join us as we explore how fear, insecurity, and societal norms shape our approach to money, how and what steps couples can take and to heal and build healthier partnerships. We'll give the sisters about a minute to call the hubbies to listen in. So you're listening on the show.
Very good idea. How are you doing, Zahir?
Alhamdulillah, so good to have you back, Sister Adila.
Alhamdulillah. Always lovely being here.
Awesome
so
stuff.
Before we discuss the deeper emotional and psychological factors, right? While we're giving the ladies some time to get their husbands online. These factors that create the financial selfishness. Let me give the listeners some examples, some background of what we're actually talking about this afternoon. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to provide 2 scenarios to be fair to both the husband and the wife. There are many, many husbands that exist within our Muslim community that have enough money to go around. They are successful in their businesses or their employ. They are not short of money, to say the least. And we're specifically talking about this type of spouse. However, they find it painful, to say the least, to part with their money. Not necessarily with outsiders, but with their own spouses. These men hold their wives accountable for every rand and every cent that they give them. They find it difficult to part with the money, even if it is for the benefit of the children and the household. They want the wife to be held accountable. So what did you do with the budget that I gave you? Why are you asking me for more? these men complain constantly about how the cost of living is so high, how they need to pay for this, that, and the other. And the wife is taking too much of money from him. And even if it's spending on monthly groceries, they are just downright selfish. And it is that selfishness within them that creates this complaint. And now I want to present the second scenario about the selfish wives. Here, these wives have the generous husbands. I tell you, they choose their partners well. Yeah. They have the generous husbands. He's the man who's ever ready to put his hand into his pocket and help anyone. He's ready to lend a helping hand. He wants to help his own parents, his family, people that he knows that aren't doing well in life, that need help. And since he has the means to do so, he wishes to extend his help. Because Allah Ta'ala has blessed him with that. But
Subhanallah.
However, the selfish wife will not allow that to happen. His money is only good enough for her children, maybe for her family to an extent, for their comforts, for their luxuries. She fights with him. She holds him accountable. If he even spends money on his family, she wants to know, what did you buy? How much did you give your mother, for example? Why did you give her again this month, etc.? She has a whole real problem with him giving or spending money on his family of origin or anyone outside of her unit. So now that I've shared both scenarios with you, I've told you about the wife, I've told you about the husband, and how each one in their own right are financially selfish. I want to answer your question, because your question is, what are the deeper emotional and psychological factors that are linked to this behavior? So husbands and wives are financially selfish because of their own past insecurities, their fear of scarcity. If I give, I'm going to lose what I have. Perhaps when they were growing up, they didn't have much in their household with their parents. And so now you marry someone that has, and you feel like, oh no, we can't give this away. We need this because there's a whole future and a whole life ahead. There's also underlying fears. There's also financial instability and deprivation in their lives that has led them to become hoarders. Do you know how many people are actually hoarding everything that they have with the fear of letting it go, even though they no longer have a need for it? This is also a form of selfishness, because that hoarding or opening your cupboard and seeing that you have everything for the past 10 years makes you feel secure, makes them feel secure within themselves. And they like preparing for some eventuality of not having. Should the day come where I don't have, then I have all of this. It's a mindset. So in many, it's also a need for control and power. So that's a whole different spectrum, where a spouse is able to exert control in the marriage and show the other person who is the boss. And this indicates that they have self-esteem issues within themselves that they obviously haven't worked on. They have trust and attachment issues. They have learned behaviors. They have fear of loss of identity. And these are also deeper underlying egoic factors that contribute towards that behavior.
So there's a lot of things, a lot of factors that go into people that are sort of kanjus, I think the term is called. When you become miserly with your money. So I guess there is sort of some sort of mental, some deeper sort of emotional state that makes a person the way that they are. Are people born like that, or is it just the environmental factors or what they observe from their parents?
Learned habits.
Is it habits?
Yeah, learned habits as you go along, and we'll talk about it now.
Yeah, so the basically, so money often becomes a tool for power in marriages, like mentioned, whether it's a husband withholding funds or wife restricting a husband's spending. But for the partner who feels financially dependent or restricted, there's often a buildup of silent resentment. So how can this resentment manifest over time? And what steps can couples take to address it before it erodes the foundation of the relationship? So how does a couple come together, talk about the financial situation? And my question is, is it necessary for them to discuss their financial gains? How much are making? How much is she making? Should we have a joint bank account? Is it okay that we spend? Is that dangerous in today's day and age, or is it something that should be transparent for both parties?
Okay, so the power dynamics around money in anyone's life. Money is a very sensitive topic. You can be friends until the topic of money comes up, right? So imagine that dynamic now in a marriage. So it definitely influences the interactions in a marriage between husband and wife. Because what happens is, over a period of time, couples begin to lose respect and equality in the relationship. If they're bickering over money and finances for years on end, you lose respect and you lose equality. So this goes completely out of balance. If a husband is being restricted from spending money on his own own mother for 15 years straight. So he does do it, but then there's always drama associated with it. Then eventually he will build a sort of resentment because he's answerable for the amount that he spends, what he spends on it, what did he buy, and if he has to provide reasons for it, of course it's going to be okay for him for the first 5-10 years. He's used to the flow of how things work. But as time goes further on, perhaps his mother passes away, a sort of resentment, because you do not forget the things that you embed into the subconscious mind. So he's going to have this resentment towards his wife, and especially this is going to surface later on. And at the same time, the wife who spends or spent her entire life dependent on her husband, right, financially, because she opted to stay at home, take care of the kids, take care of the household while he goes out to work. And he questions her every cent that she spends. What did you do with the money? I don't have. Stop bothering me. Stop asking me. Or every time she needs to walk on eggshells or prep herself for the next time she needs to ask him for something to be paid. Again, that's going to bring up resentment, because over a period of time, she's going to build that resentment. So it's definitely having an impact on the marriage. So I've spoken to many women in my years of practice who suffer as a result of financial selfishness. Some have had to return clothes that they've bought for themselves or their children. Others have had to share meals when they eat out because the husband will absolutely not allow his wife or children to order their own individual meals, yet they drive in with the most fanciest cars. Believe me, you're smiling, Zahir.
No,
this is as real as can be.
Wow.
Others have had to bring back receipts and slips for their purchases to prove that, yes, I did buy that. Some have had to print their bank statements. I've done an EFT this month. What did you do with the money? What did you do with the budget? So it is really hectic out there. The persistent disputes over budgets or a sense of imbalance where one partner feels undervalued, powerless, undermined, will definitely rear its ugly eventual head in this marriage. The financial constraint, emotions, and the dysfunctioning communication all contribute towards it. So this can also make one lose their self-esteem. Because the habit of answering to someone for money, it gives you a certain feeling that is not very nice. It does something to your level of confidence. So respect and collaboration in the marriage give way to power struggles where you can no longer make joint decisions as a couple, because there's always going to be a fight where money is concerned. The question, does this damage the relationship? Absolutely yes, Zahir. Does this damage the harmony, the peace, and the equality in the marriage? Undoubtedly.
What about the question that I asked about should the sort of couples be aware of how much each is earning on a monthly basis or annual basis? Should one have access to a fund? Should there be a joint account? Does this create more problems? Does it give solutions? What's your views on that?
It depends on the dynamic of the relationship. If both spouses are working, it also depends on the communication and how the relationship started to begin with. So there's so many factors, and we can go into so much detail regarding how the couple got together, on what conditions. Was it an arranged marriage? Did they fall in love? What agreements were in place prior to that marriage regarding finance? Did the wife decide after marriage, well, I don't want to work anymore? So there's a lot of questions that need to be asked, because every situation and every marriage will have their own experiences and contributing factors that have to be taken into consideration. But it is very important to have open communication and transparency regarding finance in a marriage.
You've given us examples. What about a situation where the husband is the breadwinner, things take a toll, he gets retrenched, the wife starts working, then she becomes the breadwinner of the house? How's that dynamic change? Because apparently, people say, oh, if the man's not earning, then he's not respected in the household.
So it depends on perspective. So what are her values as a wife? Because if she understands that this is a temporary situation because he was providing before and he was able to bring bread to the table and the circumstances have changed, so then you look beyond. You look at the understanding that you share as a couple, the communication that you share, the empathy. Is he still there for you? Is he supporting you in other ways if you're the breadwinner? Is he helping out in the house, or is he sitting back and doing nothing about his financial situation? So again, every single situation will have their own dynamic based on what that couple. Also, what are the ages? Different age groups of your life. I personally feel that when you're earlier on married in life, that a wife should contribute. That's my personal opinion. That if she is working and earning and is able to, and that things are tough out there and we're getting on our feet and dad's not giving us everything, then why not?
Well, I think in today's day and age, when both parents have to work, because the cost of living is very expensive, even raising a child nowadays, I've seen the price of nappies. So there's a lot of factors to take into consideration. So you speak a lot of sense. Brother Ahmed says, I met the fro through the auntie network. Does that count? I don't know. He's just asking some questions of you. But like you mentioned with the age factor, does it play a role? I mean, the younger the wife, the more the husband has to look after the wife. Or
I think that people have too many belief systems that they need to break free from.
So what is it? I mean, people they've been brought up in a sort of patriarchal system. They feel like, okay, the man is the head of the house. He calls the shots. A female has her role. But the dynamics has changed in today's day and age.
Absolutely. Yeah. Everything's changed these days.
So how do we adapt to a certain environment? I mean, like you've brought on topics.
I strongly recommend premarital counseling. I have couples in my rooms all of the time prior to marriage. And you'll be surprised by how much is discovered and uncovered and unpacked in those sessions, because she'd be like, no, I don't think I'll be able to do that. So it's very relevant questions. Like if my friends want to go out, because now you decide to get married in your 19, 20 and you're still youthful age. And the guy says, so my friends want to go out for the weekend. And I want to go with them because this is something we're doing. Will you allow it? And then she's like, no, that's not happening. So we digressing here, but premarital counseling, finance, money has to be a huge part of that discussion. And if families are not having that discussion in advance prior to committing to marriage, then I see that becoming a huge problem later on.
Absolutely. Now, cultural or even societal norms often shape how couples view money as well as gender roles in marriage, since we've discussed that. How can these external pressures influence financial behavior, and how can couples sort of navigate these expectations to create a system that works for both?
So, Zahir, that depends on how desperate or eager individuals are to remedy themselves and then their marriages. You must want to do it. So in some situations, you have husbands who, let's say they are now well into their marriage and they're financially stable and they're doing really well. And now you've been with this woman for like 15, 20 years, you know her habits, you know how far and to what degree you've pushed the boundaries of control financially, and you know how much more you can take advantage of her. In that way, no matter how much she complains, you know, as the wife says, I have nowhere to go. Where do I start now in my life? I've already built an entire life now with this man, in this home, with this family. I don't know where to go. I can't go back to my parents. They're grown old. I can't go back to work. It's been 20 years since I've worked. And so I'm stuck. And so when the husband knows this, he has a choice to either say, I actually want to take my wife's feelings into consideration and remedy the situation and do something about it. Or he's going to say, I really don't care. I'm happy with the status quo and things will continue as it is. And if she doesn't like it, she can leave. Because of course, in his mind, he's convinced that she's not going to leave. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's also, each person needs to take this seriously. Take what seriously? Their spouse's emotions regarding the situation. So it depends on how much does the spouse actually care for the other person's feelings, because there are many that, like I said, that could not care less if the spouse was happy or unhappy, miserable or not miserable, have money or don't have money. I'm busy with my life. I give you what you get. You can complain, but it continues. The habits continue. So it's my money, my rules kind of mindset, sort of attitude. But for those who do value their partners, who do hold their partners in high regard, who do have respect, you know, and actually do want to improve the financial relationship within the marriage, then there's definitely helpful tools to be considered. There's definitely help for any individual who wants to make any sort of change in their life. So creating a non-judgmental space is very important, where both parties feel comfortable to talk. If couples are not comfortable to talk about money in a marriage, that in itself is a huge red flag. If you feel, we're only married for a year, 2 years now, we can't talk about money, that needs to be urgently and deeply addressed. Even if you're talking about little budgets.
Okay. Yeah, that was the question. Like what sort of conversation about money should they be talking about?
Transparency, income. I've had women tell me 5 years, 6 years after marriage, I have no idea what my husband earns. I have no idea what he spends the money on. I just know that I'm living here and everything's found. And later on, they find out, for example, he's broke, or they need to sell the house, or they need to sell the car. And then I ask her, were you sleeping all these years? Because now this place that you've created and you call your home for 10 years, and you've created this whole, you know how women are, they nest and they create this whole little family and in the home and comforts. And then one day out of the blue, the house is going or the car is going, and they don't know why. They have no idea. They have no idea of what's happening in their husband's life. So it's not healthy. It's important to at least have an idea of, I understand this is our income. I understand these are our budgets. This is what I have to work with. And not the idea where your husband's making you think or believe he's rich or he's poor, and you living according to that. And one day you get surprised to hear that he's been living off credit all of those years. You've both been living off credit. So that transparency is important. And I recommend that if you marry young, have the discussion from young, whether you're discussing a budget for 5,000, 10,000, 15,000, create a non-judgmental space where both of you can feel comfortable to talk, because the husband and the wife must be able to express their feelings, their concerns, their expectations of each other, their thoughts about money freely, without holding back, without walking on eggshells, without feeling embarrassed. There is nothing to be embarrassed about where discussion about money is concerned. Host a monthly money meeting with your partner. Keep that dialogue open and progressive, whether it's on a date night. For many couples, especially young couples, where both partners are working hard. Like I said, a lot of women today are qualified, are working, are earning well equally, some more than men. They are contributing towards the household. They want to make it a comfortable experience. So joint budgeting, joint financial plans with goals in place work a great deal. For example, if I know I'm a young part of a young marriage, and I know my husband has goals to complete his studies, and a portion of his income is going towards that, I can't say, well, you're married now,
you don't need to study.
You don't need to study. Give me that money. I need to buy stuff at the end of the month. So you need to, there's actually a lot of good and advantages that come out of goal planning and being transparent, because if you as a wife care enough for his education or the goals that he set, you're going to make provisions to say, okay, we'll have less of this so you can have that income or extra saving to pay towards your education, because later on there's going to be benefit for it. So sharing information about your income, your expenses, your goals, transparency from early on in the marriage is key. Even if you have financial commitments towards parents, disclose it to your partner.
So you should be so the spouse should be aware if you are sort of spending on certain items that they're not aware of initially, so they know exactly what's happening with the financial situation. Let's talk about the kids very quickly. We got about 3 minutes left. 2 minutes actually. So just very quickly, when children grow up witnessing financial control or selfishness between their parents, how does this sort of shape their own attitudes towards money and relationships in the future? And what can parents do to sort of model healthier financial behaviors for their kids?
Very important question, because I feel many parents think that children are not part of the observation of what's happening in the household. Children don't listen to what you tell them to do. They watch what you do. And so they're definitely going to learn these behaviors. So when our children spend a large number of their lives witnessing parents' need for financial control, for power, for manipulation, selfishness, they're undoubtedly going to internalize the behaviors as normal and expected. And these early experiences will shape their own attitudes towards money, impact their own relationships with money later on. They will grow up learning those behaviors, and they will associate money with power struggles, ego, control, manipulation. Guess what? They then do it in their own relationships, and the vicious cycle continues. So they become controlling adults, selfish adults. Some who have a generous parent who they've been watching their own whole life will become those that become very generous, very giving, very caring adults who enjoy sharing, inshallah.
So don't tell your kids, no, I got no money. Don't come ask me. That's going to be something that's going to be instilled with them. So yeah, monkey see, monkey do, as they say. But Sister Adla, fantastic conversation. I think it's a big eye opener for a lot of listeners listening. And for those who wants to request for this podcast to play for the husband at night.
I'm requesting for it first, not for my husband, for me, so I can send it to my client.
Send it to the clients there. So this is the man, Brother Asif. He's making sure that we're going to get this sorted out. Alhamdulillah.
Amazing.
But Jazakallah khair, Sister Adla. And if they want to connect with you and find out more information, what information?
The Coach South Africa on all channels. All social media.
Check out. She's balling this auntie, man. Jazakallah, Sister Adla. Thank you so much for joining us. And we'll catch you again next week, inshallah, for another edition right here on the social network. Big thanks to Brother Asif as well as Sister Rebecca. Someone's really asking, please, I want that podcast. My husband must hear this thing. Yeah. There's the first request there, Brother Asif, so you must. Up next is the Iftar Hour with Hafiz Wadi, taking up 2 Iftar. So for myself, Brother Zahir, and the team, a big thanks to Brother Muhammad Riaz as well, our producer, and the team here. Until next time, look after yourself as well as one another. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
This feature is brought to you by The Coach South Africa. Find me on Instagram at The Coach SA. Assalamu alaikum. I'm Adila Vahid, The Coach South Africa, situated in Musgrave, Durban, with offices in Umhlanga. I'm an award-winning emotional and mental health, life and leadership coach specializing in family conflict, relationships, individuals, and professionals. I provide clarity, expert guidance, and transformative coaching conversations to help you overcome life's obstacles, improve your emotional regulation, and gain mental clarity. Whether you're navigating personal challenges or professional hurdles, I'm here to support you every step of the way. Visit my Instagram page, The Coach SA, to connect with me and begin your journey towards an improved, resolute version of yourself.
Looking to book your next holiday? Make your way to One Stop Travel and Tours. At One Stop Travel, we offer a wide range of holidays at the most competitive prices. Group tours, tailor-made holidays, cruises, transfers, accommodation, travel insurance, and car hire. Visit our website on www.onestoptours.co.za for our current Turkey specials, Mauritius school holiday deals, and Umrah packages. Choose from a multitude of pre-made packages. Visit one of our branches in Overport, Gateway, Musgrave Centre, Fordsburg, Westwood Mall, Pavilion Shopping Centre, Chatsworth, Phoenix, and Cape Town. Contact us today on 0860 109 500. One Stop Travel and Tours, your one-stop travel shop.
Durban's #1 truck stop, Reef Trade, situated at number 9 Joyner Road, Prospecton, offering a 24-hour parking facility on site with diesel wholesale and mobile distribution for vehicles, generators, plant and machinery to your door, safe parking, truck wash, container handling, restroom facilities, and more. Call us on 083 449 1563 or 083 978 6410 for a free quotation. Reef Trade, we're here for you.
Save the date. Mark your calendars. It's the event of the season. It's the Magma Agri Fair on the 24th and the 25th of May. Join us for a fun-filled day with excitement and mouth-watering food. Store bookings open in April. It's fun. It's family. It's the Magma Agri Fair.
This Eid, we're making your celebrations extra special with Checkers Foods Kawi Park Eid Butchery Hampers Competition.